Fortunate enough to have an extended September, extended summer, a little bit warmer temperatures. Jason Matity is here from MatitysGetFishing.com. Plenty of time left to get out on the water.
Absolutely, and actually, Daryl, now that things have chilled a little bit in the air, feeling like a refrigerator outside when you go out, that's cooling off the water, and that's getting the big fish in shallow at this time of year, and they want to feed up big time before winter hits.
So what's got them so aggressive?
Well, you know, it's really when we talk about walleye and northern pike, they spawn in the spring. So they have to eke out a living all winter by just maintaining and developing their eggs, you know, so they can spawn in the spring. So they need to eat up now because as the temperature cools off, they're cold water species, their metabolism goes down when it gets colder. So they can feel the chill in the air. And now is buffet time if you're a northern pike or a walleye, that's for sure.
Right in time for Thanksgiving,
Absolutely.
of course. You can have fish if, you're tired of turkey. What's the difference between summer and the fall fishing? Because, I mean, is it the temperature? Is that the big thing?
Well, the temperature really is the big thing. And if you're boat fishing, you want to, even though Kerry sounds like he's going to give us a pretty decent weekend of weather, you still want to take some of those warmer clothes with you. A lot of times when I go out in the fall, I'll take my ice fishing gear.
Yeah, dress for conditions.
Absolutely, you know, and kind of like a rider game too. Yeah. Similar to the way you would dress at this time of year.
I would assume the same amount of alcohol as well.
Well, you have to be careful, especially if you're driving the boat.
Exactly.
You know, so that's kind of the number one thing is make sure you're comfortable out there at this time of year.
How do we catch them? Well,
as they say, we can take advantage of the fact that it's feed bag time or Thanksgiving time, right? So what you want to do is you want to start in like 4 to 10 feet of water. So it's perfect for folks if you don't have a boat from fishing from shore. And you want to fish with loud, aggressive type baits. Like these types of baits, these are your minnow imitation baits. Right. This one is jointed and it rattles.
Notice a lot of color.
You bet. And these are newer ones called the Extreme Balsa, and they can take a little bit more abuse from those toothy predators with their new hard coating. So those are kind of the latest, greatest ones out there for shallow water trolling. And of course, the traditional spoon that everybody has fished with who's ever fished, that your grandfather told you to throw, you know, because they were cheap, and if you get it snagged, that's fine. But they are dynamite at this time of year.
All right, we got rods in our hand. What are we looking for? Which situation? This is obviously going to have a little bit more bend to it.
Exactly. This has a lot of flex, and the reason you want that is when you're trolling, you want to have that spring, that sponge, because you're going, you know, 4 to 5 kilometers an hour, and when that fish strikes, and the cool thing about fishing with these, Daryl, they're not shy about it. It's like bam, like they hit it so hard. So you want to have some sponge to that to take the shock absorption of the hit in the fight. But when you're casting, that's the perfect one. That's a lot firmer through here, and you want to be able to have a firmer rod because you're doing the hook setting as opposed to the boat, right? So you want to be able to have a good firm rod to be able to put those hooks into the fish.
Yeah, quite a lot more, you know, stiffness to something like this.
Exactly.
And obviously not time to put away the open water gear just yet.
No. And as I say, as long as we keep getting these, you know, low to mid-teen days, we could be fishing for a while and into the fall. But, you know, the coolest thing about this time of year, big fish is what you can get. The biggest fish in the lake are cruising the shallows, and they're accessible to anglers.
That is what keeps people coming back.
Awesome. I know it does for me.
I'm sure it does for those at home too. And of course, if you need any more information, you want any more information, you can get it. MatitysGetFishing.com. Good time of year for you guys.
Absolutely, you know, and you can follow us on Facebook and our website, MatitysGetFishing.com, for all kinds of fishing tips throughout the year.
Awesome. We have more CTV Monitoring Live still to come. Thanks for doing this.
You're welcome.